What's going on, folks? This is Mr. Coleon Noir, and what you're looking at is going to be my 3-gun setup. These 3 weapons are the guns I'm going to be using to get involved in 3-gun competitions. I've decided that I wanted to start shooting IDPA in 3-gun. So I first want to start off with a video talking about the guns I'm going to be running. My reason for getting involved in 3-gun is basically to have fun. I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to become master or grandmaster shooter or whatever the case may be. I'm going out there to have fun. Yes, I want to run my guns and I want to learn to use them, but I'm not going to win the overall competition. IDPA will be a different story. So just keep that in mind as you look at the guns that I'm using, and as I explain to you why I'm going to be using these particular types of guns. The handgun I'm going to be using is going to be a Glock 21 chambered in .45 ACP. The reason I chose to go with the Glock simply because I enjoy shooting the .45. It's a fun round to shoot. I like the stout recoil. And it's not too much, but it's enough where it makes you feel like you're doing more than you really are. So this is also my home defense gun. And since it is my home defense gun, I also wanted to be able to learn to run this particular gun. I carry a 9, but I keep a .45 for home defense. Now, thus far the gun is pretty much stock. I'm running True Dot night sights. I'm running the yellow on the back, green on the front, with a slightly bigger dot in the front. So that's the pistol or the handgun I'm going to be running. The rifle I'm going to be using is the Arsenal SGL. My Arsenal, the reason I decided to go with an AK versus an AR is, once again, my purpose for joining 3-gun is to shoot and to have fun. I'm not trying to win, so there isn't any need for me to be running an AR or anything of the sort, and I really enjoy shooting the AK. So in that regard, I decided to go with the AK and chambered in .762. It's pretty much stock, your typical Arsenal SGL, along with with the 74 muzzle brake, AK-74 muzzle brake, and pretty much everything is pretty much stock. Trigger stock, everything's stock. I'm running your basic Russian 2-point sling, and I'm going to be the Saiga 12. The reason I'm going to be running the Saiga 12, I debated about the shotgun quite a bit, actually. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. A part of me wanted to run a Mossberg 930. Another part of me wanted to run the Saiga. But keeping in theme with why I decided to join 3-gun, I decided I'd go ahead and run the Saiga 12 because I figured it was a much more fun gun to shoot. And also I can make it a project gun. I can build it up the way I want. Like I said, everything is stock. It's still in the sporterized configuration. It's unconverted. I'm going to run it like this a couple times. And after a while, I'll go ahead and convert it. I do plan on doing the conversion myself. If I do the conversion myself, I'll go ahead and post a video showing me converting my Saiga. But basically, I'm very particular about what I want my stocks to look like and what I want my pistol grip to look like. Basically, this is my setup. My Glock 21, my Arsenal SGL 21, and my Saiga 12 gauge. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, my main purpose is to have fun. I don't plan on winning the competition. IDPA, I plan on being a little bit more competitive. But as far as the 3-gun, not so much. So that's my setup for my 3-gun competition. Just want to go ahead and put that out there. After I start running the 2 rifles, I'll go ahead and do some reviews on them. After I get a really good idea about how these guys run. I know there's some issues with the Saiga 12 and feeding low brass shotgun shells, the cheap shit basically from Walmart, the cheap stuff basically from Walmart. I've heard that they've had some issues with that, but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and run it in this current configuration, see what my issues are, and to make adjustments accordingly. Other than that, these are going to be my 3-gun setup. I'm not really sure what kind of holster I'm going to run for the 21 and what holsters I'm going to be running for the magazines, especially considering I'm going to be running a lot of them. So I need to buy a couple more magazines and a holster for my 21. Other than that, I'm pretty much good to go. Alright folks, that's Mr. Coleon Noir. This is my 3-gun setup. This is chapter 1 in 3-gun life. and I'm out.